March 13th, 1945, Birmingham, England. Dear Mom and Dad, I finally have time to write you a proper letter. Sorry for the last one being so brief, but I figured something was better than nothing and you'd want to know I was safe. It's hard to believe we've been overseas for a whole month already. It seems like just yesterday that we were packing up to leave Fort Oglethorpe and then crossing the Atlantic on that big old ship. I can still feel the seasickness from zigzagging back and forth across the ocean. We couldn't sail straight. One of the crew said we had to zigzag to avoid German torpedoes the whole way across. I was so glad when we finally arrived in Glasgow, not because there was a brigadier general there to meet us, but because we had finally stopped moving. We're currently in Birmingham billeted, as the Army says. A fussy old school. It's damp and drafty here. I guess I shouldn't complain too much. We still have boys on the front living in rough conditions. I think of them as we go to work every day. We all do. We've even come up with a saying, no mail, low morale, to remind us of what we're doing here. I wasn't expecting to do postal work. Not sure what I was expecting, come to think of it, but I take pride in the work we're doing. We sure are making a difference. You should see the piles of undelivered mail, the number of GIs with unknown behind their names. One of our tasks is creating locator cards and tracking them down. It can be tedious, but there is nothing more heartbreaking than working to find one of them just to get in a result that says KIA. It's enough to make you want to run back to your bunk and cry, but you just have to grit your teeth and get through your shift. Speaking of shifts, we have 3 shifts working around the clock to try and enter this backlog of mail. Some of the letters I've handled are 2 years old. Anyway, you'll be happy to hear how welcoming the English are. It's very different from back home in the States. They have suffered under war conditions here for over 5 years now, but they're still friendly and willing to share what they have with us. When I get home, I'll have to show you how they do tea over here. Although, I do wish they'd try a little harder with their coffee. I guess it's just more of an American thing than I realized. Oh, I almost forgot. Our unit designation has changed. We are no longer the WAC detachment to First Base Post Office, but rather the 6888 Central Postal Directory Battalion. Major Adams just shared the news yesterday. You could hear the pride in her voice. We had some photographers from the Signal Corps here taking some pictures of some of our reviews. Please keep an eye out in the papers and save any clippings you find for me. I expect that soon enough, this adventure will continue and we'll cross the channel. I'm excited to see France, but I don't think that means I wouldn't rather see you. I promise to get better at writing from now on. Please write as often as you can. It's not just our GIs on the front line who rely on mail from home to keep up morale. All my love, Mary.
Dublin's fair city, the girls are pretty, was where I first met her, sweet Molly Malone. If we live wheelbarrow through streets wide and narrow, selling cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She asked him to marry, he said 'twould be grand, but to leave here's give a hand solid bowl. Wheelbarrow through the streets, wide and narrow, yelling, cockles, mussels, alive, alive, oh. Dublin town, there goes around of a story of love very true. It's very old and often told. It's about young sweet Molly Malone. She asked him to marry. He said 'twould be grand, but to leave her to Dublin, she'd not give her hand. So